What's up, friends? It's time for another LEGO Legacy Heroes Unboxed video. Today we have two brand new units. We have J and we have Great White, and we also have two brand new sets, the two new Ninjago sets. Now I took a look at Great White's skills, I took a look at the Ninjago sets, I got my opinions on those. However, I did not take a look at the J skills. The reason I did that is because in the last video, we kind of speculated into like what the icons may indicate as far as the skills are, and I wanted to take a look together. I know you're probably like, yeah, Bagel, we already took a look at this, but I wanted to take a semi together at the skills and see if the skills that I predicted are anything similar to what they actually are. So let's take a look at the J first, and then we'll take a look at the Great White after that. So, Builder Support Ninjago Spinjitzu Teki. I really assumed that he was going to be a DPS unit. I really thought, I mean, the other ones are kind of DPS units, but I really thought that he was going to be like, if we filter by Ninjago, we can see Naya is a support unit, but attacker, and then he's a tank, support, and support. So, oh, these are technically Ninjago too, I keep forgetting that. The Ninjagos are considered Spinjitzu as well, but everything in the Ninjago franchise is tagged Ninjago. Anyway, I just assumed that for whatever reason Dojo J was actually going to be an attacker. So he's Builder Support Ninjago Spinjitzu and Teki. So we have, even though he's not like a robot, he's still a Teki tag. I think actually Magisto has, he's strong against Tekis, isn't he? Magisto has a skill that's good against Tekis, but he's the closest to Zane, and he kind of goes hand in hand with Zane. Hand in hand with Zane. Oh, take a look at that fourth skill. Interesting. So, yeah, he's got a lot of synergy with Zane specifically. So if you were working on Zane, and you were considering, you know, trying to get Dojo J, then very much recommended. Because those two are like a match made in heaven. Also, he's got some synergy with Naya, but I really feel like his biggest synergy is him and his set and Zane together. Those are going to be a nice little trio. Okay, so the first skill, first off, I didn't really put anything for the first skill. I thought like it might do a debuff or whatever, but like I didn't really know. Like the first skill didn't really indicate anything. It's just the scythe. It's like, okay, whatever. We don't really know too much about. Scythe can be attack, and then what else? Doesn't really say. 85% damage to target foe, 50% chance to do a bonus attack on another random foe. This is nice for against things that have taunt. The random attack. J has a 75% chance to gain 1 stack of charge. Similar to like the Firefighter Ash, how she stacks courage, and some other units stacked like the Deborah and Gorwell stacks infestation too. So charge is just a new, different thing to stack. So let's see what skill 2 was. So skill 2, I said the second one is probably a buff style skill, not a heal, probably some kind of buff, like attack, power buff, or something else, or you know, defense buff, or some kind of buff, right? Grants all heroes, so this is the actual skill, grants all heroes crit damage up 1 for 2 turns. I was thinking attack, but it's close. All heroes with 25% or less health gain 30% pep. Okay, all other heroes have a 70% chance to gain speed up 1 for 2 turns, 15% bonus chance for Spinjitzu heroes. So actually, he's got a synergy with his dragon, of course, the dragon set, which is going to, when they have low health, well, we'll get into that, but they gain payback when they have low health, right? So low health is good, just for the Ninjagos with J and with the dragon in general. Speed up for 2 turns, 50% bonus chance for Spinjitzu heroes. If J has critical chance up 2, the hero with the lowest, I think Wu gives him critical chance up 2, if I recall correctly. Hero with the lowest health gains 40% bonus pep. So, extra pep, speed up, crit damage up. Okay, so we're going to turn cycle more, and we're going to do more damage. And then we have fully charged. So what I said for the fully charged skill, third skill seems like an AoE debuff or an AoE damage for an audience, right? So what it does is 130% damage to target foe, reduce their pep by 60%. It's just a single target. For each stack of charge on J, 65% damage to another random foe, reduces their pep by 20%. Okay, so it's kind of in between single target and AoE. If he has 5 stacks of charge, inflicts speed down 1 for 2 turns on all damaged foes, which is just what? Just from this skill, or foes that have taken damage in general? Clears all stacks of charge from J. For each stack of charge. But he only gets stacks so far from this one. Okay, so I mean, it is kind of, it's like in between single target and multi-target damage and a speed break, right? And reduce peps. Reduces peps. And then Lightning Strike. What did I say for Lightning Strikes? Looks like a team-up skill, something to do with another unit. Passive that teams up with another ally, does damage or buffs their attack power or aggressive attack-based buff. So this is, at the end of his turn, Jay has an 80% chance to grant attack up 1 for 2 turns to each hero with stealth. So he teams up with Lloyd, basically. That's a nice combo with Lloyd. And Kai. Well, actually, I mean, all of them really do some kind of stealth thing. Not even just based on the Lloyd giving them stealth, but there's other things that give them stealth as well. Whenever another hero critically hits a foe, which, you know, you're gonna have crit chance up on them. Ninjagos give themselves crit chance up. Jay has a 60% chance to do a bonus attack for 50% damage against the foe with the most health. 5% bonus chance for each stack of... See, I would have preferred this to be like the foe with the least health. 5% bonus chance for each stack of charge on Jay. Removes 1 stack of charge from Jay. So he stacks himself up. He only stacks himself up with this, though. 75% chance to gain 1 stack of charge. So you want that to cycle a decent amount. But he basically does. It's not quite what I had anticipated, but it's kind of similar, right? Okay, let's take a look at, but it's Solid unit. I'm very excited to play with him. He's got some buffs. He's got some, not really so much debuffs though. Mostly buffs and damage. Like basically, you know what? He's kind of a support attacker. Cause I mean, he really is an attacker. I'm curious to see what his stats are when he's completely maxed. But he really seems like a support. He's a support unit. But he does do a lot of attacks, so maybe he's classified as support. But that's like the same thing like with Jester Gogo. Jester Gogo is classified as support, but he's a tank unit, but he's just classified as support. So maybe there's a reason that he's classified as a support with the J. So Great White, basically, I already took a look at him. He does damage over time with skill 1. He does AoE damage over time with skill 2. He increases his skill, which is going to make him more accurately gives damage over time, right? And then this is interesting though. When a Garmadon ally takes When a Garmadon ally takes damage, Great White. There's really no Garmadon army allies though right now. There's just him and there's Lord Garmadon. Let's take a look again. Let's see it again. Yeah. So, yeah, that's the only one, and he's not even, he's there, but he's not, like, farmable right now, so we can't really get him. So, he doesn't really have any synergy for the second part just yet. I mean, right now, he's just, you know, damage over time, right? Damage over time on each foe for 3 turns. Bonus stack for 40% more damage, and he's a DPS unit, right? However, when a Garmadon ally takes damage, Great White heals them for 15% of the amount taken, which is kind of interesting. I mean, we've seen passives that passively heal things be very effective. Like I said, Jester passively healing things, very effective. There's also the Magisto as well. Whenever a hero counters, they have 100% chance to heal 10% of their max health. Castle heroes have bonus heal. So we see those things already like we've seen them in the meta. We've seen that they're strong. So I feel like that's going to be strong. However, right now he's kind of poo-poo based on the fact that there's really no synergy with here, right? You really don't get any synergy. You get the skill up, and he's got the damage over time, and that's basically like why not run a pirate team? Right? There's just so much more synergy with pirates. He's like a pirate without the synergy. He's like a pirate without the synergy, right? So right now, nothing special. But when more Garmadon army units come in, then he's potentially going to be, I mean, we'll see, but he's potentially that heal every time they take damage is going to be really strong. So, Dojo Showdown, we have actually 4 sets here, don't we? Because we have these 2, well, you guys can't even see what I'm clicking on, but we have the 2 in the middle. That one at the top right hand, I know you guys can't, I don't even know why I'm pointing to think, I know you guys can't see it. I think that's someone said that was Sticks, I believe. Like one of the Lego sets already, the Ninjago Lego sets. That is going to be Lord Garmadon's. There's going to be some synergy with Lord Garmadon and the Garmadon army with that one. And then the one in the middle, I'm not sure what the synergy is going to be. I just know that the synergy probably with that Sticks is going to be the Garmadon army synergy. Dojo Showdown. So this is basically just a helps your Ninjago units do more damage. That's what this set is. Like the TLDR version. Because everything you say is too long, still long, even longer. don't say TLDR. So it just makes Ninjago units do more damage, just stronger, right? Ninjago units have their accuracy increased by 20%. Spinjitzu heroes have their attack increased by 20%. So that something for like example, like a Zane, he's both a Ninjago and Spinjitzu, so he gets accuracy increased and attack increased. All other heroes have critical chance increased by 10%. And then we have for the second skill, whenever a hero makes an attack that is a critical hit, which is they have crit buffs, right? Especially if you're using Master Wu, they have crit buffs. Each Spinjitzu hero has a 20% chance to gain Hardy, but it's only 20%. However, this seems potentially really crazy, but it's all RNG. When a hero crits, everyone, each Spinjitzu hero, right? Kai, Zane, Jay, Naya, whatever, will gain Hardy. 20% chance though. But to crit and then have your team prevent their death is pretty crazy, right? So that could be kind of annoying. I feel like that could be kind of annoying because then you can't kill these things and they're just doing a ton of damage to you. If that hero's health is below 40%, they also gain payback for 2 turns. So you can't kill them. You start doing damage to them. They get Hardy, they get payback. They get Hardy because they're critting. They get payback because their health is low. And then they're like, well, you can't hit them. They're going to hit you. Anytime you try to attack them, they're not going to die, but they'll counter you back. And then you'll take a whole ton of damage because they're all, squishy DPS units. That also can't die. So it is just a 20% chance though. Keep that in mind. Like it's not like 75. If it was 75% chance, that'd be crazy. But it's and also I mean it's based on crits, right? So you have to actually crit to have that active. But they do give crit buffs. The Ninjago teams do give crit buffs. When a Ninjago hero successfully hits, they do 5% bonus damage for each buff the hero has. So they do also have buff synergies like we just saw that Jay's got a lot of buffs, right? Jay's got buffs, Master Wu's got buffs, Naya's got buffs, everything's got buffs, don't they? There's a lot of buffs on the team. When they successfully hit, they do 5% bonus damage for each buff the hero has. And then they also have an attack power buff. So, attack power plus extra damage on top of that. They're going to be hitting very hard. And then they also have the crit damage buff. Remember, the Ninjagos have crit damage buffs, have crit rate buffs, have attack power buffs. They're going to be doing so much crazy damage. Just going to burst through things. So this is actually a pretty dangerous, as far as DPS is concerned. That's a very DPS set. That's going to do well, there's no DPS in this game. Like, technically, damage per second, that's more of a World of Warcraft thing. But I still call it DPS. You'll have to forgive me, or not forgive me, whatever. But anyway, Jay's Cyber Dragon. So Jay's Cyber Dragon is potentially a lot of control, right? So it's more of a control set. This is, if you have Jay and Zane, this is the set. This is the set for you. If you're like focused on Jay and Zane, this is such a great synergistic set with those 2 units. So each stack of charge increases a hero's speed by 3%, so they're going to cycle even more. And then we saw Jay has a speed up as well. Spinjitzu heroes have their attack increased by 10%, so not as much attack power increase as the other set, but still a decent amount of attack power increase as well on this one. Then this one, wherever Jay critical hits, each other hero has a 55% chance to gain 1 stack of charge. Okay, so more charge synergy. So you kind of need like the J plus the dragon, you kind of need to run them together to get the full maximum value out of J. Each other hero has 55% chance to gain 1 stack of charge, 25% bonus chance for techie heroes. So Zane, right? Because Zane is a techie. I don't think the other Ninjagos are techies. I think it's just basically, this is a Zay and Jane. Jay and Zane. This is a Jay and Zane set. So, this one, whenever a techie hero with 3+ buffs does damage, Jay and Zane, reduces the target's pep by 4% per stack of charge on the hero, max of 12%. So, this is kind of a control skill. Remember, Zane has an AoE, and he's a techie. So, 3+ buffs, and he's going to have some buffs on him, reduces target's pep by 4%. So, it's an AoE area of effect skill that does decrease pep to the enemy team, limiting their turns. And then we have this one. Whenever a hero attacks, they have a 15% chance per stack of charge to inflict the specific debuffs. Spinjitzu heroes inflict Debilitate, and Techie heroes inflict Clumsy. Now, Debilitate is the next skill, the next attack will decrease their pep fully, right? So potentially decrease pep with the AoE with Zane, and then Debilitate, and then decrease it some more every time they get it's potentially a lot of control. So I mean, they can still, like, the units can still pay back because Clumsy is not dizzy. So the units can still pay back, but they're going to be limited in the amount of turns that they can take naturally. So this is more of a, like, that's just so much Jay and Zane. Like, you don't really run this set, though, if you're running, like, oh, I have, like, Kai and Lloyd and Master Wu and not, you're not running Jay Cyber Dragon. That just doesn't make sense. It'd be better off running the Dojo Showdown. But yeah, if you have a upgraded Jay, and you have an upgraded Zane, because I know some people, like, went ham on trying to get he's in one of the shops, isn't he? He's in Arena Shop? No, he's in Guild Shop? Which shop was he in? Mashup Shop. Maybe that's it. That's what I was thinking of. But I know some people were going ham on trying to get Zane up to 6 stars and 7 stars, and people were very excited about him, very pushing for him for quite a while. I know a handful of people that were pushing to try to 7-star Zane. So for that, and especially if they're going to be pushing to try to get Jay to 7 stars, then that's going to be the set that they want to run, because there's a lot of turn cycling for Jay, and then there's a lot of turn denial for the enemy. So that's more of a control set, though. That's more of a control set, and then the regular dojo is more of just a DPS set, right? So anyway, oh my god, did I have that covering everything the entire time? Hold on, I want to see this. Did I have that covering everything the entire time? No, it wasn't covering everything. It was covering the screen, but it wasn't covering all the information. Anyway, I don't think it was covering the information. Anyway, that's it for this one. Just wanted to go over the new units and the new, excited about Jay. Hopefully I can get, I always say this, hopefully I can get it without his tremendous investment financially to try to get the unit up to a decent star level to actually be able to use him. Because, like, once you get up to a certain star level in Arena, like, you want to use these units in Arena because that's the only PvP right now in the game. And that's why you get these, like, try to push for these units that are really strong synergies. Like, you don't push for them to loot campaign stages. That wouldn't make any sense. So you push for them in Arena, and then once you get it to a certain spot in Arena, you're like, I can't use 4-star units. So, like, if it's 4-star, you may as well not get it almost, right? So anyway, that's just the reality of the situation, right? You want to, like, if you can't get it high level, then you can't use it in high level Arena. So anyway, that's it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Good luck in farming. The Master Wu event is coming. Oh, Master Wu event is coming up soon. Hopefully be able to get him. I think this is just an event that you do, like, just once. I think you do each one of these. You don't even farm these nodes. I think you just do it once, all of these. I'm pretty sure. But anyway, I don't know. You know, maybe we can... If that's... I think the case is that we're still going to be able to get Master Wu regardless, but we're not going to be able to get him at like a high star level. So he might get him, because we don't have like the Scarlet and we don't have the Hank fully upgraded. We have them at like 4-star each, right? So we might be able to still do the event and just not completely max. Maybe I can pull some wacky thing out and like farm with other pirate units or something. Maybe I can make something happen with like Princess Argenta or something. And actually try to get him. I'm gonna still try, but because we do have a Princess Argenta, she's 6-starred. We do have a Cook Bart, he's 6-starred as well. So maybe we can make something happen. I don't know. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But anyway, because I really like to. I don't like the pirates are cool, but like $300 or $400 for like 2 pirates. I'm like, I don't know if I love them that much. I'm sorry. But I don't know if I love the pirates that much to be like $400 for 2 units, you know? Especially if I just wanted the pirates to, number 1, do some videos, and number 2, to get the Ninjago units, right? So anyway, for the Master Wu event. So anyway, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Good luck with farming your Master Wu and all that other stuff. Let me know what you think about the new sets and the new units in the comments, and I'll see you as always in the next one.